Hey guys, Colton here from the EV Kingdom, and I'm finally bringing it back. Here's part 3 of What If Team RWBY Had Their Superpowers, and I'm gonna be honest here, I haven't thought about it in a month, so I had to go over the story for the last few days. But I think I came up with a good one. And I'm just gonna get started on it. I don't have any words for the beginning of this video. Right now, but I have rewatched RWBY and I remembered why I liked it so much. Anyways, in the last part, we had Team RWBY just go through the events of Volume 1. The rest of Volume 1. And leaving off on Blake asking RWBY not to reveal, that she has powers to the others. And Team RWBY reuniting. Now, there's a small time frame between volumes 1 and 2, so during that time frame, due to both RWBY and Weiss, RWBY just telling her that it's okay, they all have powers, and Weiss is making Blake not tell or keep any more secrets for them. And Blake ends up having to reveal that she has powers. But this also means they can have more severe training. Well, by severe, I mean more serious training. Since they no longer have to hide their powers from each other, they can pretty much go all out and actually get some good training in. And Weiss and RWBY would be working on gadgets. Weiss doesn't really have much except what she created. And even then it wasn't much. So with RWBY's help, Weiss has a better arsenal. Well, and everyone else just gets better practice in. And they also work on some tactics for helping them stop the White Fang. This will come into play later. And we actually have one change before the major change that will be happening, and it's pretty minor. Basically, Team RWBY lose the food fight. I only say this because they were pretty much getting their butts handed to them, even with better teamwork on their side. The only reason Team RWBY basically won is because of RWBY's semblance. She doesn't have that here, and teleportation doesn't work the same. So, sadly, they lose, and Queen Nora is still queen of the castle. I had to say that. But yeah, everything else besides that happens as in canon. And not much really changes through all that. But we do actually have a change in a fight. Right. And that's Roman with the mech suit. Now, I rewatched that fight before doing this, so I know how it went. And since they're in a confined place with no spectators that they know of, so they decide to pull out all the stops. And I actually practiced this before, and I really want to get into more detail, with these series. So I'm gonna try it here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I can actually see Yang and Weiss doing a lot of damage. Yang just blasting flames at the mech, heating up the metal, and Weiss using some of the new gadgets she got to create. Well, I'm gonna call them frost bombs because I can't think of anything cooler at the moment, and I want to get this video out there, so frost bombs it is. Rapidly cooling the metal, causing a lot of it to crack and can get weaker. While RWBY and Blake are just pretty much dealing attack after attack, act blow after blow. And with Blake's shadow manipulation, and she's actually able to either dodge or just pretty much block. And RWBY can just teleport out of the way, so they're not really getting their butts handed to them like in canon. And Roman is gonna get defeated a lot faster. And I don't know how long Neo's been there, so this can be debatable, but I still think Neo would be there to help him escape, only for RWBY to be right behind them, teleporting back to our team with them. Again, I did mention they were coming up with plans and to capture Roman if they ever get the chance. And also, I can't really think of anything that would change that. I mean, we don't really have a limit for what they can do in the series with their powers, because the movie where they had it, they only used it for one fight. Like, it was a long one, yes, but still one. So I'm gonna say RWBY's teleportation limit is as far as she can see. Past her vision, she won't be able to reach it. So, knowing all this, she thought that would be the best moment to do it, since they were still in her sight. And they properly knocked them out. Meaning, yeah, the White Fang will not be following Roman anymore. And they have to get Adam sooner. Which I think he was already there, just letting Roman do stuff. And now he's in the picture. The dance doesn't really change much, but since Roman was caught, and after rewatching that point in the series, I think Blake wouldn't be as sleep deprived as she was before, but knowing Adam is still out there, she probably would be considering the entire, I should probably keep going to help stop them fully instead of just stopping one man. Plus, it seems like he has someone else with him. Or something like that. So I think the Yang and Blake moment still happens. And next, we actually skip all the way to the train fight. Nothing of real significance happens between this moment, the last moment and this moment. Yeah. So I'm not gonna really cover it. I still think RWBY could possibly teleport out of the hole, but after seeing the White Fang, she would decide, yeah, I think it would be best if I investigate down here. And everything else happened, and is kind of like it did. RWBY can't really teleport with White Fang members on her. Or it's not gonna get her out of that situation, it'll just get her out of that room without her weapon. So yeah, they all get on the train trying to stop it. Yet RWBY stays with Oobleck, Ek, and Swine to take on the White Fang members following them, while Yang, Blake, and Weiss enter the train. Since there's no Neo, Yang doesn't stay back, active fighter, but Yang will still stay back to fight the next guy. I say this because while Blake was instead focused on beating Roman, Yang was already taking care of Neo, and Weiss didn't want to hold Blake back. Since Neo's not here, I think Yang will take this fight. And I'm going to cover this one right now because I think it's a good time. Now, if any of you have seen the movie, you already know how Yang's ability or power works. If you haven't, Yang can create a flame all a stream of flames coming from her hands. Powerful, yes, but always in a stream from what we can see. The length of time is depending on Yang. Now, Yang doesn't want to accidentally burn anything in cutting her off from her team. And so she's trying to keep the flame inconsistent. But the fight's still going to be difficult. Well, a little bit. Due to the size of her opponent. Yang is definitely the physically stronger member of the team, so the fight it isn't as one-sided as it was with Weiss. Despite how well she was doing. She did technically lose that match, so yeah. Anyways. Yang keeps fighting, and through that fight, and she ends up focusing her flames just solely on her hands. Meaning now she literally has flaming fists. Which honestly doesn't help her power-wise, but it does make each of her hits burn. And breaking his aura a lot faster and taking him out. Now, during this fight, Weiss and Blake enter the control room and sees who else but Adam. And I'm still gonna say, hey, this Blake is terrified of Adam. Not because he's stronger than her, but just his presence is terrifying to her. So Blake is pretty much unable to do anything. Unlike the others, unlike the first time we seen them interact in Volume 3, they were also getting attacked, so adrenaline was in her system already. You kind of counteract the fear. And this time, that adrenaline isn't as strong. Adam is basically giving Blake the spiel while Blake's panicking. That is until Weiss steps in front of her, holding her blade towards Adam. This is just going to lead to a moment where Blake's wondering why she's doing it and asking her to run, but Weiss denies and she basically tells Adam off and considers Team RWBY her new family, and a better family at that. Had to get my jabs down on her father when I can. And she fights Adam. Now, she's not winning this. Despite how much I like Weiss, her being my second favorite character. Yeah, she's not winning this. Even with her semblance, she's not winning this. Adam's just way too strong. But with Weiss's gear and gadgets, she's at least giving Adam a sweat. At least. But I still say, hey, Adam gets a moment and catches her off guard and stabs her in the kidney. Yeah, for non-RWBY fans, Weiss does canonically have a scar around her gut and her eye, as you can tell in this picture. But yeah, Adam still gets her, and Weiss is pretty much down. She doesn't have aura, and even if she did, that would still hurt and make her pass out. But without aura, she's not able to heal it somewhat. Weiss is in critical condition. And Blake? Well, I'm just gonna explain one thing real fast. The reason Blake ran in from Adam the first time is because, she tried fighting, failed, got stabbed. Yang came in, she lost an arm within one move from Adam. She was basically in panic all the time. I knew she had no chance even Yang couldn't do anything. But here it's a little different. One, Blake hasn't really fought. Two, was actually giving Adam a challenge in the fight. And three, Blake isn't completely injured. Plus, with Weiss's encouragement, Blake remembering her friends being there for her, even though he was pretty much down on her luck, Blake is not in panic. She's basically channeling courage. And yeah, she is fighting Adam now. And since she's a lot stronger in this, Adam actually is on the back foot. Plus, Blake's being less. Blake's holding back less with her powers and just giving him all she got. Even his sword starts cracking from each collision. And I think it would be poetic if Blake just grabbed one of Weiss's gadgets, which I'm gonna say is a smoke bomb or a small explosion of fire dust. Throws it at Adam as he cuts in it, then it blows up in his face, and Blake just takes the final blow. Knocking him out, and possibly killing him. I mean, he did die in canon from Blake and Yang, so the possibility is there. Yeah, but right now I'm just gonna say he's knocked out. Just in case. She wouldn't intentionally do it. But yes, she is exhausted at this point. She used up a lot of her stamina just to fight him. And the Grim still appears. Blake is exhausted. Weiss is out of commission. And Ruby and Yang are pretty much the only two fighting. Top force. Yang's even exhausted. And luckily the army comes, and that's where we're ending it here. Here with Weiss pretty much getting sent to the hospital because she's pretty injured. I hope you enjoyed this part. Again, had to rush through it for the past few days. I really need to keep track of keeping those what ifs in mind. But I hope you enjoyed this. Like if you enjoyed, would comment anything down, and I'll read them, and if I like it, I'll leave a heart. And also, subscribe. If you enjoy my content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next part of this and other series I do. And share with friends, and spread the word of RWBY. I don't know why I said that, but I did, so I'm sticking with it. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!